I would actually love a social insurance model for Nigeria. The reason is, ideally, a tax-funded model is great. But as Nigerians, if we are not putting something on the table, we really don't value what it is. So in a way, for us to value health, we have to contribute something and feel that we're contributing something. So it's a mixture where social insurance, where government provides some facilities, but we also, everyone is mandated to pay something as long as they're able to into a social pool, a pool of funds that can then be used to provide health services for the public. The health sector has gone through very challenging times over many, many years. I think at the moment it's a unique point in our history. We have a very progressive minister. You saw the senator speak very eloquently today. We have a set of heads of parastatals in many of our health parastatals that really want to change things. However, the health system is difficult. People think it's easy. The value chain in many other places, if you buy 10 naira airtime, you know you have 10 naira airtime and you can spend it. If you can afford a Mercedes, you go to a shop, you buy a Mercedes, you drive out, you gain value. In the health sector, in a way, we are trying to pay for health. So we're paying for something that we hope never to use. So none of us wants to use a hospital. Yet, as a society, we have to pay into this pool. So it's very difficult for citizens to feel that they're getting value out of health. So I think for us to make progress in the health sector, there's some very hard decisions that need to be made. And it's very hard for government to make tough decisions if there's no pressure to make those tough decisions. So I wasn't kind of neglecting the responsibility of government to do what we have to do, but in a context of very many competing demands for resources, for time, these decisions won't happen unless we're pushed. There's no reason health insurance won't work in Nigeria. It can work, but there has to be pressure from the outside, from the citizenry, to make sure that people do the right things. Where I work at the NCDC, the work that we do will never be the biggest achievement of any government, because no government will say, okay, we prevented 10 outbreaks. But it's the one area that can take down a government. And I think that's true. The same way we celebrate our success with Ebola, it could have taken one mistake and we would have ended up in a very difficult position. So I think clearly the role of NCDC is becoming clearer to Nigerians. It's kind of our insurance policy in health. If we don't invest in building our health protection, we will pay a price. It's almost inevitable. The viruses and the bacteria that we fight are much sharper than we are. So a big part of my responsibility is to look for the financing to support the work that we do, both internally, advocating for more resources from within government, but also looking for innovative alliances with our partners. There's an understanding now that the work we do, there are no boundaries. Viruses don't respect the political boundaries that we've created for ourselves. So within the global community, there's a recognition that we're mutually dependent on each other for our protection and our survival. So both within the country and from outside, we're always looking for resources to strengthen the work that we're doing at NCDC. Firstly, what is our responsibility? We've taken it upon ourselves to be very open and transparent in communicating to Nigerians. The first thing I did at the NCDC was ensure that we had a website that clearly illustrates the work we're doing. We publish a weekly epidemiology report. We've never missed a week since we started. We're very proactive in releasing press releases with every outbreak we're dealing with. Tomorrow there'll be a new one on monkeypox, telling Nigerians this is the situation, this is where we are, hold us accountable for the work that we're doing. So in a way, it needs to be reciprocal. So I expect that as we share with Nigerians the work that we're doing, Nigerians also see that the work that we're doing and actively advocate for more resources for us to do our work better. And shout about the good things, hold us responsible for where we fail, and generally come into a partnership with us to to grow a better health system and ensure the health of our people.